there is something about speaking out loud the things that are inside of you and being heard and being witnessed by other people. And that's why I know that not everyone is called to be on social media and share in that way. But I'm telling you, if there is even a sliver of you that wants to, but you're just afraid, please do it, because there's a reason that you feel that way. And there's a reason that you feel that desire. And it's because you know inside that that is your medicine. This is what I mean when I say make life medicine. Make your life your medicine. It is your medicine. Okay. You guys know how I like to start recording when it's getting dark out. What's the beverage today? I'll tell you what it is. It's cherry limeade Waterloo. Again, get off me about the microplastics. It's funny. No one's actually said anything about them. That's me talking to myself. Don't worry. I feel enough guilt. Okay. I don't need it from anybody else. Anyways, I just ate a half a pound of ground venison that one of my clients hunted. It's elk venison. Some people are going to tell me elk isn't venison, but I've looked into it. There is elk venison. I get it. Venison is usually deer. Whatever. It's ground elk that he hunted in Montana, in Sweetgrass, on a ranch, Sweetgrass, Montana, last winter. And he gave me a bunch of it, a bunch of steaks. I made them for myself on Christmas and on Thanksgiving. And now I have a bunch of the ground venison. And it is so good. It's so fucking good. But like I told you guys, when I eat a bunch of meat, my mouth gets really dry. So anyway, here we are. I gotta talk fast. We're running out of light. I could get a light, but I prefer the natural light thing. You know, I'm gonna get a light eventually. Don't worry. Okay. So now that everyone is on social media and people are sharing shit all the time, right? And there are like 100,000 trad wives baking sourdough, and there are like 600,000 bodybuilder guys that are helping women grow their glutes. Like, there's probably not 600,000. Okay, that's totally wrong. There's maybe 600, but there are a lot. And so I think that a lot of people that are wanting to put themselves out there or create content, they get really hung up, and maybe they're already creating content, and they get really hung up on feeling like I don't have anything to talk about today. I just can't think of anything to talk about. I promise you, no matter what, even when you don't think you have anything to talk about, you always have something to say. Okay? And what I mean by that is that it does not matter if you have some topic in mind that you want to discuss. There are always thoughts in your mind, things that you're reflecting on that you may need to train yourself to start even paying attention to these thoughts, but they're there, and you always have something valuable to say. And you just never know who you're going to impact. The entire purpose of this video today is to empower you to recognize that you have a unique perspective that is valuable. People want to hear it. They need to hear it. And you are going to change people's lives. There's literally nothing special about what I'm saying aside from the fact that it's coming from me. Like, that's what makes it valuable, is my unique perspective. It's the way that I see things, the way that I'm interpreting the world. And I'm sharing that, and it's providing value. And I'll tell you that every content creator that I really respect and get a lot of value from are the people who are sharing a unique perspective. And they're not just regurgitating ideas and content that they think is going to go viral and is going to be really popular. They're just sharing something that they've reflected on a lot, and they have had some unusual, extraordinary realization or insight. It's their personal perspective that then actually unlocks my own mind to see things differently. Like, my own thoughts start to expand and evolve as I interact with these people's content. So if you're worried that you don't have anything original to say, no one has lived your life No one has your experiences and no one has your voice. So unless you're just regurgitating shit that you've seen other people say, like, don't do that. Don't copy other people's content. As long as you are original and you're sharing your own lived experience, you do not need to worry about not providing value. You will be providing value to someone. And I highly doubt it would ever just be one person. Isn't it obvious now to you from observing other people? I'm amazed sometimes when I'll stumble upon a creator talking about something and I'm like, oh my gosh, they have 500,000 followers on Instagram. And I'm constantly finding new, I follow a lot of fitness people and weightlifter people. And I'm constantly finding new people that have hundreds of thousands of followers. I'm like, oh my God, no one could ever say that any area is too saturated or there's too many people talking about it, whatever. Like it's false. And that's a limiting belief. It's just not true. So whatever you want to talk about, even if you think that it isn't that original, a bunch of people are talking about it, they're not talking about it the way you're talking about it. I mean, my recommendation is don't say the same shit everyone else is saying. Have an original thought. But the fact of the matter is that any thought that you have that while I encourage people to spend some time with their own thoughts, like disseminating their own thoughts, because I find like people having an original thought to be much more valuable than just parroting stuff that they're hearing other people saying. If you think about the people that have influenced you, a lot of them probably weren't saying completely new things, right? But it was their way of saying it. It was the timing when you heard it. It was their energy. It was their tone, whatever it was in their delivery. Something made it stick for you. And there are plenty of people that I've had friends, that will send me, hey, I think you'd really like this person. They talk about stuff that you're interested in, and they'll send it to me and I'll look at the account, I'll listen to the person and I'm like, I can't even listen to this person because there's something about them that's just like off-putting. And I just don't resonate at all. So they can be talking about a bunch of stuff I'm into, but it's whatever it is, their personality. We're just not a match. We're not a vibe. They're not my vibe, So that's why it's like you're someone's vibe though. That's the thing. Like you are someone's vibe. If you, for whatever reason, if you somehow think that you're not, like that's the most ridiculous thing in the world because you're definitely for someone. And if you inspire one person, it's worth it. Seriously. If you share something and it changes one person's mindset, if it helps one person to take action in their life in a positive direction, if it makes one person feel seen and less alone, it's so worth it. I mean, how can it not be? It's either that or let's say I sit on my couch for an hour. So I either sit here and film this video for 20 minutes to a half an hour, or I sit on my ass and scroll the internet. I have the ability to help someone, to impact someone, to connect with someone doing this. It's not going to happen on my fucking couch. So I'm not saying that means like 100% of the time you need to be making an effort to connect with people and make an impact, but spend some time doing it, especially if it's something that you actually kind of want to do, but you're just kind of afraid and kind of letting fear stop you and sabotaging yourself. And another really important part of this that not a lot of people talk about is how therapeutic it is for you to get the thoughts in your head out of there and speak them out loud. Writing is amazing. Writing and journaling is incredible. And I think that that's also a great way to ideate and come up with content. But there is something about speaking out loud the things that are inside of you and being heard and being witnessed by other people. And that's why I know that not everyone is called to be on social media and share in that way. But I'm telling you, if there is even a sliver of you that wants to, but you're just afraid, please do it, because there's a reason that you feel that way. And there's a reason that you feel that desire. And it's because you know inside that that is your medicine. This is what I mean when I say make life medicine. Make your life your medicine. It is your medicine. Everything, the way that you're showing up in the world, the way that you interact with other people, the risks that you take, the fears that you overcome, the things that you do that you're afraid to do, That's your medicine. That is healing you. Being able to express yourself out loud, having someone witness you, like, it brings you so much clarity, for one thing. It clarifies your thought. It cleanses your mind of all the clutter and all the clutter and noise that is filling the space all the time. It allows you to process emotions, and it will evolve your own self-understanding. I can't express to you enough how important it is to allow these things to come up to the surface, to be expressed, rather than just suppressing them and keeping them hidden inside. The world that we live in is isolating enough as it is. This is a really powerful way to connect and emote and release and transmute energy. So if there's a little voice in there that's saying, I want to do this, that is your intuition nudging you towards growth. And not only that, it's going to strengthen your voice. You'll start to refine your own ideas. So then as you create content in the future, you'll have more clarity on what it is you actually believe. And not only that, you will develop so much confidence. Confidence comes with action. You know that. Like that person that you want to become, that you know you can become, that you envision in your mind, that person is right on the other side of these fears. Less than 6 months ago, I was on the opposite side. I was so afraid, but I had so much desire to do this, what I'm doing, less than 6 months ago. And just watching other people doing it and being afraid and feeling I don't have anything to share. And there's already so many other people that share even better information. And there's so many more like smarter people and wiser people and deeper people than me. And like, no, fuck that, dude. Fuck that. All it takes, like you are right on the other side. I literally had to just take a step forward. And once you take that initial step, you got it now. And you just take another step and another step and another step. You just keep moving forward. Don't even think about an outcome. Don't focus on any numbers or metrics or analytics or anything like that. Just do it because it feels right. Okay? And I promise you, no matter what you think, you don't have anything to say. I can't think of anything. I don't know what to talk about. Just sometimes you just need to just start talking. Start practicing using that muscle. And as you practice, it starts to flow. Please do not tell me that you don't have anything to talk about. Everybody has shit on their mind all the time. You have something to talk about. You have something to say. It's just getting in the process of actually communicating those ideas and those thoughts that you have. Whether it's getting in the process of getting it out on paper, getting it in a notes app, or turning on a camera and recording yourself speaking. But start to get in the practice of expressing all the shit that's going on up here all the time. And you will realize that you'll never run out of things to say. And if you are speaking from your heart, there's no way that it's not going to resonate with anyone. So please, look at how dark it is. Get over yourself once again. If there's something that you want to do and you're afraid and you think, oh, nobody's going to care. Nobody wants to listen to me. I don't know enough. I don't know anything. I'm not as interesting as everyone else. Just stop. Okay? Nobody wants to hear it. That's it for today, you guys. Link in the description. Get on my email list. Promise I won't bother you. Just want to stay connected. You never know what's going to happen. What if YouTube disappears? And then aside from that, you can always book a one-on-one call with me, also in the description. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next video. Ciao.